Our video of the day comes from Talking Frying Pan Nicole Wallace, who recently claimed Democrats never called Trump Hitler. Here's a clip of her talking to a bloated corpse pulled out of the river. Watch.
I haven't suggested that Donald Trump is Hitler. I wouldn't say
I don't think any Democrat has. I actually, and I think it's a smear that they project back on to critics.
Wow, if only we had this thing called the internet. We could plug in. Did you ever call anybody Hitler? And roll this.
It is deeply troubling and incredibly dangerous that Donald Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler. I don't even know what to call him. I've called him so many things, but this wannabe Hitler for sure.
Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939, that neo-Nazis, fascists in America.
This is not Germany. That's the SS and the Gestapo.
He is paving the way to become a Vladimir Putin or to become an Adolf Hitler.
Now, I don't know about you, but you'd think the producers would let their host know about something called reality, and it's outside their studio, and you can actually use Google to find it. You know, simply ask Grok or ChatGPT, hey, has anybody compared Trump to Hitler? And you'll be stuck at your desk for hours. But maybe they want to pretend they never called Trump Hitler because they think it gives Hitler a bad rap. All right, Glenn, do you think that they actually believe what they're saying or just assume no one will look it up?
They assume no one's going to look it up. In fact, they think that we're all stupid and
Yeah.
apparently can't Google, did we call Trump Hitler? Because it's obvious that it happened time and time and time again. So either they think they're stupid or Joe Biden is not the only Democrat who suffers from a defective memory at this point.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, JB Pritzker is going to be saying, I never said to punch Trump in the face, when he said the only, the response to a bully is to punch him in the face. The only thing that he's ever punched is his ticket to all-you-can-eat buffet. This is very serious because this is where the left's political violence starts with this kind of rhetoric. When you keep on calling someone Adolf Hitler, at some point, someone is going to think it's their moral imperative to stop that person at any cost, and hence we get Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You know, Kat, I'm going to say it. People accuse me of making poop jokes. I dare them. I dare you to find a single poop joke that I've made. I haven't made any poop jokes.
Oh, good. I get to take I can't talk. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked by what he says. I can take the rest of the night off.
Yeah, exactly. I could just get up and walk away right now and never come back. No, okay. The thing is, we were just talking about JB Pritzker. Was it this week or last week? I think it was last week. Mm-hmm. But he also said he never suggested Trump was Hitler. So he actually set the bar very low for himself. He didn't say he directly called him. It's like, okay, so when you were saying that the way that Trump's immigration policy is a precursor to the Holocaust.
Yes.
What were you suggesting that makes Trump in those circumstances?
Yeah.
I would love to hear his answer.
Yeah.
I would love to hear his answer. But the thing is people only talk to people who agree with them. There's only a bunch of people who agree with each other, talking to each other, so they don't actually maybe even know. Although with him, it's remarkable because he did it himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he doesn't remember the previous week. Because if he would have said, I never directly called him Hitler, maybe that's true. But what did you mean by all this stuff? You certainly suggested it.
Unless he said when Trump was leading a precursor to the Holocaust, maybe Pritzker doesn't believe Hitler caused the Holocaust.
What did he mean?
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Yeah. Tyrus, what do you make of this? Is this some cognitive dissonance or are they just lying?
No, I think we're all being silly by saying those things out loud. This is just act two of what we saw during Trump's first term. First term, they tried to do it politically with impeachments and dossiers and stories, and the exact opposite happened. It made Trump a martyr. Mm-hmm. They tried to legally arrest him for bull, and it didn't work. But what they did was that on the second time around, they're now going after a certain population of people. The reason why you say, well, we can prove it. At what point in the last 10 years have we been seeing this where they've ever come back and said, we were wrong about Russia, or we didn't say that? That's not the reason why they're saying it. They're not saying it for rational people to question it. They're saying for people who just read a headline, he's Hitler. So then they go look and click. Now you see ICE agents trying to do their job and civilians trying to stop them because they're like Gestapo. So you have that. Now you have those riots. And with the government shutdown, the Democrats are not, and no time soon do they want it back because they're going to get the second part of their faith where you're going to have the people who are not getting welfare checks, people who are no longer getting the WIC programs, all the stuff. What do you think the worst of that group's going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to loot stores. So you're going to have anarchy in the street. You have an undersized police force. You have ICE and the National Guard dealing with immigration. So then pretty soon, you're going to have to do what? National Guard is going to have to deal with just keeping people safe on the street because we're in the two biggest cities, New York and California, you're going to have complete unrest. That's their plan. His presidency will be nothing but burning buildings and fires, and eventually it doesn't matter what's next because they will ruin a second term with everybody fighting in the streets, and that's all they're going to see. So they don't have to say, oh, I didn't mean to call him Hitler. They've already done it. They've already convinced. Oh, if you convince 5 million people in this country that somebody's Hitler, you can destroy cities with that.
Yeah.
Look what happened in Minnesota. They are running their plan. There's no government, the government shutdown. This is Trump shutdown. They can't stop him because if they worked with him, he would have one of the most successful presidencies in history. So that means what? An easy way for Vance or Rubio or whomever chooses to run the Republican Party? No, so they will destroy it from the ground up with the lower part of our society, unfortunately.
That's a gloomy. Brianna, I myself have been a target of a smear campaign. People say that I often make fat jokes about The View. I dare you to find a single clip of that. It's probably not out there on the internet. Do they think their supporters, their viewers, are stupid?
I think to Tyrus's point, they just don't care. Right? These are not journalists, right? These are propagandists. You have to call them the propaganda press. And what they're trying to do is they want to memory hole the assassination prep campaign that they launched. And the purpose of this type of incendiary rhetoric is to justify violence by any means necessary because you're justifying resistance, right? No freedom-loving American wants to live under Hitler, under Nazis, right? So when you convince people that that's what they're living under, you're also giving them that permission slip to say, do what needs to be done to fight back against them. So it's part of their propaganda on behalf of the Democratic Party, to Tyrus's point, to cause that chaos, to cause that division.
Excellent point.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.